George, a 2-1 win here against Hull City tonight. Your thoughts on the performance?
Very good. I think we started implementing what the gaffers told us and Cliff. It was a lot better than Saturday, but they allowed us to do that really because they played out a lot. We could fully lock on, press and get after them, so it suited us and was good.
You mentioned Saturday. How much did that play on the squad's mind and that coming into tonight?
Yeah, I don't think we give a true representation of ourselves really, but yeah, it's going to improve. It takes time, and it's going to happen over time, and we're going to keep trying to do what the gaffer wants from us. And I think tonight was a good reflection of that.
Initially, didn't get off to a great start, but the resolve shown from there, was quite good.
Yeah, definitely. We went behind, didn't we? But we showed resilience, got back 2-1, and then got the 3 points. All that matters.
Talk to us about your finish, the first one.
First one, it just came over my shoulder and I just got good contact on its side, footed it bottom corner.
It looked like a confident finish.
Yeah, I think I'm a finisher, aren't I? That's what I do, so it was just second nature. You don't have to think about it, just do instinct.
I didn't see where you went after the goal went in. You kind of just ran off in celebration.
Yeah, well, I didn't know whether we wanted to run back and get the ball, and then realised it's against Championship side, so we need to chill out a bit, don't we? So I had a bit of celebration and then get back to it.
Before we come on to the second goal, what do you make of how Hull set up? It's a very bizarre scenario, wasn't it, where the keeper was just stood on the ball for 30 seconds or more?
Yeah, apparently we had like 5% possession. I think their keeper had 60 or something like that. It was ridiculous. He kept standing on it, but that's the way they play and that's their philosophy, and it will work at times. And you saw on occasion they carved us open, and it is going to work, and they are going to do that because they have quality players. But I think eventually they'll come unstuck, but it's just that's their philosophy and they back that.
I'm going to say the way in which you nullified it by saying, go on then, you have the ball and see what you do next. It's like a game of cat and mouse.
Yeah, exactly it was, because as soon as we jumped out of position, they were good enough to play straight through us, so it was just not giving them opportunities to sort of make an overload on the wide areas.
After the second goal went in, they didn't do it as much. Funny that.
No, yeah, they didn't do it as much. I think their crowd got on the back, but he just showed you need like a good character like the keeper. He had balls, he stayed on the ball, and he didn't let anything affect him. He kept doing what he's doing, and that's like respect to him, really.
How much of what Rovers were trying to do was testament to the kind of bravery and believing in what Grant McCann had set out to do and how to nullify it? Yeah,
he got his tactics spot on, tweaked little things during the games, and it prevailed. We got the win in the end, so we move on.
I mean, it's discipline, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we've got to do as you're told, really. You're put out there to implement a style of play, and if you don't do it, you don't play the next week. But everyone trusts him. He's been around the game long enough. Him and Cliff, they have much more experience than I do, so you try to think whatever they're telling you, they're not going to try to do something to hinder you.
The second goal, how much of a touch, if any, did you get on it?
I think it was a fairly big touch, to be fair. He blasted it off my chest. I've sort of got out of the way, a bit of a guiding on it, but a goal's a goal at the end of the day.
And there was a nervy look to the linesman on this near touch line, but I mean, I think there were a couple of lads playing you on.
Yeah, there was a couple of lads in the end. I didn't really know because it came at me that quick, but a nervy look and got the goal, so I need a bit of luck.
How much disappointment, if any, that you were brought off? I thought you were on for a hat-trick.
No, it's just get rested and get ready for Saturday now and see what happens.
Do you think you've done all you can in terms of putting your hand up for, a start on Saturday?
Yeah, I think so. I'm judged on my goals. I've got 2, so it's just whatever the gaffer decides. If I'm not starting, I'll make an impact off the bench.
What's Harrison got to say about you claiming that second goal then?
He was laughing about it. Good mates, me and Harrison, haven't we? So he was just laughing about it. He said we'll go 50-50 on goal bonus.
Oh, okay, so he's letting you have it.
He's got nobody choice, has he?
Yeah, it feels like obviously Joe's arrived now, Joe Ironside. There's some real serious competition for that number 9 shirt at the moment, isn't there?
Yeah, it's competition. Completely different strikers, both of us, and we'll both work hard for the team. And at the end of the day, whoever scores, and we get the win for the lads.
Yeah, it must be a massive confidence boost coming tonight. Championship club, score twice.
Yeah, I back myself. I never doubt myself. So I think every time I'm on the pitch, I'm always going to give the best representation of what I can do.
Yeah. How have you found working under Grant and Cliff today?
Good. Top blokes, as far as I'm concerned. They've done nothing to me to say otherwise, so I just keep doing what I'm doing, do what I'm told, and hopefully that gets reflected in games.
It seems like there's a real togetherness at the end of with the fans, the manager, yourselves as players as well. Have you been here for about a year now? Have you known it as good as this since you've been at Doncaster?
I think it's getting good. It's a us against the world like mentality what they've brought in, and that's exactly what it is. We're going to look after each other in that sort of gang, and anyone who takes us on, be reckoned with.
Yeah, do you feel the quality of a side like Hull tonight? Because, like you said, at times as it carved you open, they look very good. Other times,
as you go up the leagues, you have better decision makers. and more often consistent players. So you saw the ability, like 1v1 duels and things like that. They had the ability to turn the game on the head. It's just, I think as a collective we were better tonight, but individually there's no doubt they're better than us.
Yeah, and I presume for the group it's a massive shot in the arm to come here after Saturday and put in a performance and result like that to go into this weekend as well.
Yeah, exactly. We just want to win as many games as we can and just good representations of ourselves. So no matter who it is, Championship, League One, League Two, whatever.